Alrighty, everybody, welcome to finally the final installment of the crossing tour series with all the Wyandotte, Trenton, Ecorse quad track crossings. It's kind of crazy. I think this would take I thought this would take like 2 months to get all these down, but here he is. It's the end of November, and we are finally here at Visca Road. So let's go ahead and get to it. We do have this little spur line right behind me, right before the signaled tracks. This is just guarded by 2 crossbucks and yield signs, but I don't think they have used this track in a long time. You know, we got some plants grown here, plus the tracks look like they haven't been touched in a while, so I don't think they use this anymore. There's no trace of emergency information present at this crossing either, so I don't think this gets used anymore. All right, but now that that's out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the active tracks with all the signals. And once again, we have the CN Shoreline subdivision and the Conrail / NS Detroit line. Once again, the Flat Rock sub veers off after Mill Street and goes across Jefferson into South Yard and all that. So just CN Shoreline and NS, just like Sally Road. Let's go and get started. We're going to start with CN signals. The gated signal is sitting on a Safetran Base. And then here is CN's emergency contact info. The DUN number for CN's crossing is 867-600Y. And this has a 2000s model Safetran Gate Mechanism. And this signal has some Rico LED gate lights on the gate with a wind guard as well. And then the lights on this signal are 2 pairs of Safetran 12x24-inch Dialight LEDs. These are like the older generation ones. They're sitting on a Safetran light bracket. And the bell on the signal is a low-pitch Siemens electronic bell, which I believe shuts off once the gate picks up on the signal. I'm not sure. I haven't been to this crossing in a long time. So that's your gated signal right here. And once again, we also have the double track portion here of the Shoreline subdivision. It's like this till I think somewhere around control point YED is where it goes back down to 1 track. But I'm not entirely sure. I know it starts after between Emmons and Mill. I'm just not sure where it goes back down to the single track. I know it's not far from here though. All right, here is CN's the only other CN signal here. This is sitting on an older Safetran Base. Looks like this Mast just got a fresh coat of paint as well. Looks nice. Here's CN's emergency contact info again. And this signal also has 2 pairs of Safetran 12x24-inch LEDs, but these have the GE uniform LEDs in them. And they are sitting on a Safetran light bracket. And the bell on the signal is a high-pitched Siemens electronic bell, which only activates for when there's a train on the Shoreline subdivision, kind of just like, you know, Salliott Road and Emmons Boulevard, St. John Street, all those newer installs. So that bell only rings for a train on the Shoreline sub. Same with the front lights. So whenever these front lights are on, is typically when the bell is ringing. Which the wiring of the secondary lights, they're kind of wonky. They are wired correctly to where they will shut off once the gate picks up. That's correct, but I believe, so at this crossing when there's a train going south, so this direction, these secondary lights don't turn on and that bell doesn't activate until that gate gets all the way down. But when a train is going north, the secondary lights activate right away, which is weird, but I guess that's how they wired it. I don't know why, but I guarantee you it wasn't on purpose. But yeah, my friend Damon found out that, so I thought that was pretty interesting. All right, those are the only 2 CN signals here. And the rest of the crossing is owned by Conrail. Let's get on over here before I get hit by a car. All right, here's Conrail's first signal. It's also sitting on a Safetran Base. And then here is Conrail's emergency contact information, and Conrail's DUN number for their 4 tracks here is 511630F. All right, and then the lights on the signal are 2 pairs of 12x20-inch RRSC dotted LEDs. It's kind of hard to see on that side. There we go. So RRSC and their dotted LEDs, and they're sitting on a Safetran light bracket. And the bell on the signal is a General Signals Type 2 electronic bell. It's kind of crooked on there. It's not mounted properly. All right. And these next 2 signals also guard 2 tracks. These 2 tracks are the main Conrail lines, and the other 2 are just used by like yard movements and like storage, bringing stuff in and out of storage. It's been pretty quiet here since M382 went. It's been like an hour. We've got nothing. Here with Kyle today as well. All right, here is Conrail's second signal, the second signal for the main tracks. It's also sitting on a Safetran Base. This does not have a blue tag, but it does have an older dot tag. The same info, Conrail. See, I actually noticed this when I was on my way here today. I was like, oh, I don't know how I never noticed that. I thought none of the older Conrail signals were still around, but apparently one of them is. All right, and this signal also has two pairs of 12 by 20 inch RRSC dotted LEDs. They're sitting on a Safetran light bracket. And this signal has a General Signals Type 3 electronic bell. All right. So that's your main track signals. These get, I kind of want to say maybe these get more action because it's like the main lines, but this next track here also gets, you know, stuff stopping over. This crossing's also blocked a lot, particularly by Conrail because there's literally a yard right there. All right, now we're on to the repair track signals, which you can see right here. This is the repair track, little blue Conrail sign. All right, the first signal is sitting on a Siemens base, and all we have for emergency information on the signal is just this white sticker. And then we have two 12 by 20 inch RRSC dotted LEDs sitting on a Safetran light bracket, and this signal has a General Signals Type 2 electronic bell. So pretty cool stuff, I'd have to say, so far. This crossing is kind of like the oddity out of, you know, all of them. Well, sort of, like different lights. Like this is the only crossing that has these RRSC lights, besides the one signal on Salliot, the one I didn't know about. We're gonna go ahead and cross the street here. Got some cars coming though, so awkward cut. All right, the other repair track signal is sitting on a Safetran Base. And then this one has a white sticker. Dot number is not readable, but it's there. And then this signal has two more pairs of 12 by 20 inch RRSC dotted LEDs sitting on a Safetran light bracket. And then this has another General Signals Type 2 electronic bell. All right, now we're gonna move on to the final two signals of this crossing. And this track doesn't even really get used, I don't think. It literally ends right down there as well. If anything, they probably, you know, use it to like pull stuff out of storage. They bring it down there, they flip the switch, and then they bring it further down into the yard, but that's probably all they use this for. All right, the final gateless signal here is sitting on a Safetran Base. And this also has a white sticker with a dot number on it. The signal has two more pairs of 12 by 20 inch RRSC dotted LEDs sitting on a Safetran light bracket. And this is the mystery. We don't know what e-bell this is. This signal actually does not activate at all for a train on any of these other tracks are here. So my guess, it only activates for a train on this track, but like I said, I'm not even sure if this track barely even gets used. So if I had to guess, it's probably a Type 2. It looks too beat up for it to be a Type 3. I mean, it could be, but it's probably either a Type 1 or a Type 2 General Signals e-bell. All right, and now we're gonna move on to the final signal of this Crossing Tour Marathon series, which is Conrail's gated signal. And it's sitting on a Safetran Base. And then here is the blue tag on the other side. I guess it's similar formats like all the middle signals down in Wyandotte, only like the outer Conrail signals have the dot tags. So that being this one, and then that one over there, the only ones having the blue Conrail tags. All right, and this has a 2000s model Safetran Gate Mechanism with some Ricoh LED gate lights. This one does not have a wind guard. And then the lights on this signal is one pair of Safetran 12 by 20 inch Dialight LEDs and Western Coal and Hayes light heads. And then the back pair are the RRSC dotted LEDs. We have a Safetran light bracket and a General Signals Type 2 electronic bell. So the gate's a little bent, but it's probably meant to flex so it doesn't snap. All right, so that's all of the signals. We're gonna take a look down and look at the tracks. This is just looking down into the Conrail River Rouge yard. And then this way is looking south towards Wyandotte, Ecorse, and all the, or Ecorse, Wyandotte, wrong order. All right, now some of the weird, you know, flaws about this crossing. The other weird flaw is on this gated signal, the backlights on that signal, they'll flash no matter where the train's at. So even if it's like on CN Shoreline way down there, the backlights on this signal will still flash, just probably because they're wired incorrectly. And then the other weird, you know, flaw of this crossing is whenever the train clears on any of the lines, you know, if it's on like Conrail or CN, you know, the secondary lights or these Mast signals they shut off, this gate starts to go up. But then what happens is the gate over there, it stays down for like 5 seconds before it goes up. So it's got that weird delay, you know, probably just another weird wiring flaw. But that's gonna be it for this series. And the crossing tours, they're still gonna go on. I got a few pre-recorded. I got some filmed in Romulus. I got some filmed in Monroe. Also got a tour in Ohio that I might put out. But yeah, the crossing tours are not gonna stop. I like doing these, but it's just kind of nice to be able to post those now because we're done with this series. All right, thank you all for sticking around and watching.